Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Chemistry with DB. In this video, I am going to explain to you how do we write the half equations for redox reactions, which is such a vital step to be able to do any kind of a redox numerical. I have listed out all of the steps here for your reference, and now let's go and straight away start doing some questions. Now the first one is reaction of sulfide ion SO3 2- and chlorine to form sulfate and chloride ion. Now first step we are going to do is the sulfur containing species will create one half equation and chlorine containing species another one. So therefore SO3 2- is giving you SO4 2- as a product, and in the other half equation it's chlorine which is reacting to form chloride ion. So in the first step we are going to, let's do the first half equation. It both sulfur, there is one atom, so therefore we don't need to do anything else, but this side has three oxygens. However, this one has 4 oxygens, so we have to balance the oxygens using water. So we would put one water molecule here. Now you can see that on the left hand side there are 2 hydrogens which are extra, so we can balance this equation by putting 2H plus on this side. Now you can see that 2 minus here, 2 minus here, but 2H plus is extra in terms of the charge, so we would add 2 electrons. Now this half equation is balanced in terms of atoms as well as charge. Now in the second half equation it's Cl2, so we would put a 2 chloride ion, and then we just have to do the balancing the charge. So 2 minus here and 0 here, so therefore we would put 2 electrons on this side. Now you can see that in the first half equation 2 electrons are being lost. That means SO3 2- was oxidized and chlorine is being reduced by gaining 2 electrons. So we don't have to do anything to these half equations, we just need to combine the two. And when we combine the two half equations, then SO3 2- plus water plus Cl2 is giving us SO4 2- plus 2H plus 2 chloride ion. This is our balanced ionic equation. Now let's take, so this is your final answer. Now let's take another example. And disproportionation, especially students find it a little bit difficult to write the half equations for disproportionation reactions. So first thing we need to understand what is disproportionation. It's a reaction in which an element in the same species is being oxidized as well as reduced. So now it's IO minus which is being oxidized as well as reduced. So we'll write two half equations with IO minus as the reactant. So IO minus in the first half equation is giving you I minus, and in the second half equation, because IO minus is giving you IO3 minus. Now using the same steps we are going to balance these two half equations. I one atom of each, so one oxygen extra on the left hand side, so we have to balance the oxygens using water. So now this right hand side has got 2 extra hydrogens, so therefore we would put 2H plus because hydrogen has to be balanced through H plus. Now the charge, there was 1 minus here and 1 minus here. This has got the extra 2 plus, so therefore, and this was 0, so therefore we would put 2 electrons on this side. Now in the second half equation, it's IO minus which is giving us IO3 minus. So first step, balancing the oxygens. 3 oxygen here, 1 here, so therefore we are going to put 2 water. Now left hand side has got 4 hydrogens as extra, so therefore we are going to put 4H plus. Now this was 1 minus, this is 0, this is 1 minus overall, and this is 4 plus. So therefore there is 4 plus on right hand side. To balance the both the sides of this half equation, we can do that by putting 4 electrons being lost here. Now you can see that number of electrons being gained here were 2, whereas the number of electrons being lost are 4. So therefore what we'll do is, through algebra, just like simultaneous equation, we'll multiply this whole equation by 2. So when we do that, then it becomes 2 here, 4, 4, 2 and 2. Now number of electrons being lost and gained are the same, so therefore we are going to combine these two now. So 2 IO minus here and 1 here, so therefore it's 3IO minus plus 4H plus I plus 2 water, giving us 2I minus plus 2 water plus IO3 minus plus 4H plus, and electrons have been cancelled out. Now you can see that there is 4H plus here and 4H plus here also. So therefore we can cancel these two, and also you can see that there are 2 water here and 2 water on the right hand side also. So therefore the overall equation then becomes 3IO minus, giving us 2I minus plus IO3 minus. This is your ionic equation for this reaction, for this disproportionation reaction. And you can see that IO minus has been reduced as well as oxidized in here. This is why it's a disproportionation. Now let's take another example of disproportionation of manganate ions into manganate ion 1 minus and MnO2. Now exactly following the same procedure like we have done for the other questions, this MnO4 2 minus is giving us MnO4 1 minus, and same MnO4 2 minus was also giving us manganate MnO2. Now in order to write the two half equations, you can see that the number of atoms on both sides are the same, but the charge is not same. The left hand side is 2 minus and this is 1 minus. So we can balance the charge by putting 1 electron. Now you have got 2 minus here and 2 minus over there. In the second half equation, manganate and MnO4, so that the difference is only to the extent of 2 oxygen on the left hand side extra. So therefore what we are going to do is we are going to put 2 water on this side, and then to balance the hydrogen 4H plus over here, and then you can see that this side is 2 minus, this is 4 plus, so therefore overall it's 2 plus, and this side both were molecules, so 0. So 2 plus on this side and 0 on this side, so we can balance the two sides by doing 2 electrons here. Now you can see that the number of electrons lost here was 1 and number of electrons gained are 2. So therefore we'll multiply this first equation, half equation, by 2, 2, 2 and 2, and now we can join the two equations. When we join these two half equations, so it's going to be 3 MnO4 2 minus plus 4H plus, giving us 2 MnO4 1 minus plus MnO2 plus 2 water. This is our balanced ionic equation. So I hope this video was useful. If you like this video and you are able to solve these writing half equation questions, then please like, share and subscribe, and I look forward to see you on my next video. Bye, take care.